Hey, 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 it's Dr. Day coming to you from Montrose down in the country. But I just stopped on here today to talk to my daughters, my granddaughters, my sisters, as a mature 71-year-old lady who has lived this world and continuing to live. Been in the military, been to 9 different countries. I've had seen some stuff, and y'all, I have done it all. Sometime I be scrolling through Facebook because I like to look on there to see things that could give me ministry to talk about. And this particular reel that I seen was this young lady that was on there. And y'all, I'm gonna kind of tell you the truth. It did something to me. It just pricked a nerve in me as a older, mature lady who understands and knows my value and my worth as a woman. Excuse me. And what this particular young lady said was she doesn't want or she doesn't date a man who has a 9 to 5 job because when she does like this, in other words, when she put her hand out and she wants money, he wants to know why she needs the money and why she's asking for the money. So, like I said, this stuff it hit a chord with me. And I was like, baby girl, take it down a notch. First of all, it's his money. Why are you getting angry or upset or you don't have time to even socialize with someone who has a job? First of all, because if the truth be told, some men, and us unfortunately, I have nothing against men, and I'm not bashing men because I have 2 grown sons, okay? But I thank God that they know their value and their worth because I raised them and they know how to treat a lady. Okay. Why do you think? I'm trying to get my thoughts together because, like I said, it kind of irritated me. Why do you think that you are entitled to somebody else's stuff? You didn't work for that money. So you think that every time you have your hand out, and you want to go to Yang Tung Yang Un and get your nails done and your pedicure and get your eyelashes looking like a giraffe. First of all, some of these young ladies, I'm sorry, I'm as a mature lady and a mother and a grandmother, I'm trying to tell you, some of y'all look like Fubu the Clown, and some of you act like Fubu the Clown. I mean, it just point blank, period, like Tony Gaston says. You can get mad at me. You can come with your comments. I really don't care. Because why? Because I'm going to let it bounce off of me. It's not even going to affect me. Why? Because I know the truth will set you free. That's what the word says. I stand on the word. I don't stand on all this foolishness. And when I say something, I use the word to back it up. So I don't even care. Whatever those little demons and their imps and all their little friends, want to come after me. Hey, I'm not even concerned about it because I know that we're in a spiritual warfare that's going on. Okay. I understand that. So I know when you step on their toes, they'll come after you. So whatever you put in the comments, okay, you can call me names, you can do whatever you want. But baby, I am so secure in myself. I know who I am. Number one. But I want to go back to this young lady. And I'm like, baby, you don't have a job. You want someone to take care of you. You think you entitled to something. Like I said, you got your little eyelashes looking like a giraffe, and I'm just not understanding. I mean, I can understand that you have some eyelashes. I understand that, I don't take away from that. But when I look at some of these people and they're batting their eyes and the eyelashes is all up here like that, they're looking like they're looking like a total fool. They're looking like uh, a clown with all these lashes. They can't see, so they're batting. First of all, if you're going to put those lashes on, baby girl, go to someone who knows what they're doing and that's professional about it. Don't go to the Dollar Tree or Dollar General and buy some eyelashes that you stick on that when you wear them a couple of times, and next thing you know, you at a restaurant trying to be cute, and you blink your eyes, your eyelashes is all in the soup. Number one, let's get that straight, baby girl. Okay, you are not cute, so come down, baby girl, just a notch. Then, like I said, you want to talk about a man that has a job, and that when you go boom, he's supposed to automatic ching 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 like a cash register and dump in your hand. What are you bringing to the table? See, this is what's happening to y'all young ladies. Society has taught you that you think you entitled to something. And not only society, I'm talking about maybe your parents, maybe your mama, your grandma, your daddy, whomever that you was raised, the environment that you was in, never set you down and told you and taught you anything. Maybe the only thing that they taught or showed you when you was a little girl, you know how you have little girls and, oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. So now this has been drilled in your head that you're so cute that you're untouchable. Like that movie, The Untouchable. Nobody can touch you because mama, big mama, and everybody have told you that you are so cute. And so you just think that the world owes you something. So, like I said, I continue to listen to her. So I'm like, baby girl, baby girl, baby girl, come on now. Do you actually think that you went on a national platform and talking about you don't want a man who has a 9 to 5 job? Now, so do you think that the man that you envision in your mind that uh, with the millions of dollars, and these young ladies, they get this little illusion in their head that a basketball player or multimillionaire is going to be rescue them from their environment. Yes, all things is possible. Yes, dreams can come true. You know how a little girl, we used to envision that we were a princess in a castle, and we was waiting for our Prince Charming to ride up and call us, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair, and then he climbs up and he rescues you and take you out the ghetto. Baby, I've lived in the ghetto, so I have nothing against the ghetto. Okay, but this is the mentality when you stay in your environment. You don't know nothing. Only thing that you know is your immediate surroundings. And it's unfortunately too many people, male and female, people live and only go around their immediate surrounding. The only place they go is Main Street. And like every state and every city have a Main Street. So that's the talk of the town, or maybe the shopping district of the town is Main Street. You say, when I used to go down to Alabama, we would be saying, I'm going to town. My cousins would say that because I didn't say that. I didn't understand how you make groceries, because they would say, we going to make groceries. I'm like, okay, you going to make groceries. I'm from New York, and they were from the South, and nothing wrong with that, because that's where my mom and my grandmother was raised, and every year I was down there every summer. But when they used to say we going to town to make groceries, they would say we're going um, to, excuse me, we're going to Main Street. So that's the furthest they go, or maybe they go say, I'm going across town into the projects. But that's a different story. That's not what I'm talking about. But what I'm talking about is if you stay in your immediate surrounding and you don't know nothing else, then this is all that you know. You don't broaden your horizon. You don't think that there's a possibility that God in his vastness and everything that he created, that there's a whole nother world on the other side of Main Street. But because your mentality tells you this is where I'm stuck at, you'll stay stuck. And so you stay stuck. And because you maybe quote unquote, and I grew up with some young ladies like that, okay, during my era, with my complexion, the boys didn't have a thing for us, lack for of a better word. And so, they wanted the other ladies, and that's neither here nor there. And, it is what it is. But when you think, because everybody had idolized you and everybody had made you think that you're Miss Princess, you're Rapunzel, and you've come down out of your castle, that everybody's supposed to bow down like Queen Vashti in Esther. You're supposed to be the queen, and you get this illusion in your head that you all that and you a bag of chips. But the thing is, if you look around and you take a Selah moment, if you look around your life and you notice that nothing has changed, that you don't want a man who have a 9 to 5 job, but baby, you're by yourself. You don't have a man, period. And if you do have a man, you have one who, like again, Tony Gaston, I give him credit where credit is due. He said grown men in little boys' bodies. I'm sorry, men, I'm not bashing you, but we got the, mothers raise our young men to have more dignity and worth, and I know a lot of it kind of stems from they're not fathers in the house, and so the ones that leave their kids and just have the mother fend for them, the mother's role is to nurture them. It's a man's role to groom his son. So when you're having multiple, this is a side note, men, you have multiple babies out there and you're just populating everybody and not raising these young men to be these young boys to be men. You're doing a discredit to them as they grow up, because this is what they see. And so you, as a woman who don't want a man who, first of all, like I keep saying, and I'm emphasizing this, she said he have a 9 to 5 job. It's not like she's saying he didn't have a job. She said he had a 9 to 5 job, and she didn't want him because he would get an attitude when she stick her hand out and she wants some money. And so I was sitting there, like I said, y'all, and I just got really indignant. Okay. And I have a right to get indignant. Okay. I'm 71 years of age. I can do what I want, when I want, how I want to do it. But I was like, maybe I need to talk to my baby girls. You just give them some little wisdom. Maybe nobody's giving them wisdom about how to be a young lady. I want to read Proverbs 31:30 said, charm is deceitful, you know, and beauty is vain. Vain is when you have a high opinion of yourself. Charm is you have that affirmation. You think that because Big Mom and everybody told you were pretty when you little, and you grown up, you might have little features, and then you popped out here and you popped out there, or you went and bought some other stuff and popped out. And so everything that you think supposed to just literally fall at your feet, and you supposed to sit there, not bring anything to the table, and get an attitude because he didn't want to give you any money to go to Yang Hum, like I said, and get your nails done and get your pedicure, go to TJ Maxx and Marshalls and all that place, girl, and put your little stuff on that's snug in your body, and you want to go out and you want to look cute, you want to think that you're the best thing besides I don't know what. And when you go to those type of places, have nothing against those stores, because those were my stores when I was at a time, that's all I could afford, is you see yourself in the club 50 times. So that's why I don't shop in those stores now. And if I do, I know how to mix and match something. I can go to the thrift store and make something, put something on, and you wouldn't even know where it came from. And that's because it comes with maturity. It becomes, I'm not using my beauty and my charm, in vain. Like I said, charm is beautiful and beauty is vain. But a woman who fears the Lord is to be precious. Okay, is to be precious and to be praised. Men look at women. Unfortunately, their outer appearance. They don't. Some of them don't think or even try to find out their intellect. Okay, what, how do they think? What are their goals? What are their values? What they're bringing to the table? Most of you want to sit at a table, have a 5-course meal already laid out for you, and You ain't bring nothing to the table, girlfriend. You don't have a job. You sitting up there in your big lots furniture, you know, got it decorated just a tad bit that everybody think that you got it going on. You in debt up to the yang yang, and you talking about you don't want a man who have a 9 to 5 job because when you ask them for his money, he don't want to give it to you. Oh, baby girl, come on down, baby, come on. I was just indignant because I want my young daughters to have more respect for themselves, and it's just unfortunate because these platforms we have, like I'm on now, a platform, but I'm trying to do it with little respect and dignity. I'm trying to bring some wisdom to my young daughters because I get so tired of seeing every day when you scroll through Facebook, it's the stuff that the ladies is saying, I'm taking this kind of pill so I don't get this. And I met this man at the club and I met him at the club and we went and we bounced and we banged. Baby girl, do you honestly think that you're bragging about what you did, that in your lonely state, that you're looking for a decent man is going to approach you? Oh no, baby girl, you're going to get the same type of men that you always have been uh, receiving. That's not the word. You're going to get the same type of men that you had before. It'll just be continuous. It'll be a vicious cycle of you men revolving doors in your life because you put yourself out there for people to look. No, we should not be judging people, yes, because God's the only judge. But when you are a mature lady, and I'm talking about ladies who see these young girls, and you're maybe in a ministry that don't even have a young ladies ministry that can mentor to these young ladies. And I'm not just talking about a singles ministry. Okay, that's totally something different. I'm talking about a ministry where you're going to really be raw down to the truth to these young ladies and show them their value and their worth. Okay. Yes, I know you have to get the parents permission, have them sign a NDA or something to say that I need to be raw down to the fact and teach these young girls how to be a young lady. I mean, it's just unreal when I be looking at some of that stuff, and I just totally get upset. My blood pressure just rises because I'm like, I don't want to see my young ladies, and it's not even a matter of being a black young lady, it's a matter of being a young lady, period. To even, think of the things that they think that is total stupidity, that doesn't even make sense of what they're saying. I think sometimes people just talk so much, they talk so much, they want to just hear themselves talk, and they're not talking about anything value. And if you was to really go back, this young lady, and really sit down and listen to that video of what you said, you will recognize that what you said was just totally ridiculous. And you would feel, uh, if you have any discernment or feelings or whatever values about yourself, you would really feel bad. Okay. But if you don't have no values, if you don't know who God said you are in those 66 books of the Bible, it's not going to matter. And I think this is, unfortunately, too many of these young ladies have, maybe when they were little, they was in Sunday school, and then as they got older, of course, the kids don't want to go to church. They think, and all the stuff that's going on in the church, and people looking at the church, and the church is all over the chain. And so they said, why should I go someplace where I can do what I need to do and learn what I need to learn in the world? Because what they doing in the church, they doing in the world. And unfortunately, this is kind of true. What we seeing is happening. But me, as a mature, uh, I am single. I was married for 25 years. My husband is deceased. I've been single. Yes, after my husband, passed away, I went into relationships. Actually, I went into relationship, ladies, with a person for 37 years. Okay. But I wasn't walking with the Lord as I'm walking with the Lord now. What I was doing then I was straddling the fence like so many, young ladies sitting up in church. I don't care how you raise your hand, hallelujah, and run up and down the aisles and all that stuff. There are so many people, because it's not, holiness is not being preached as it should. They're straddling the fence. Some of them want to get out of the relationship. Some of them don't want to be in the type of situation that they are. But if no one is leading them, and no one is guiding them, and no one is showing them the truth, because the word said the truth will set you free. And most people don't want to hear the truth because the truth hurt. But if you want to continue to be in the vicious cycle that you're in, man to man, 10 baby daddies, and all this stuff that the culture is showing us, and the culture that we live in, then when you might be 20 now, you might be 30, you might be 40. When you get 70 my age, you're going to look back and say that you wish you could have, should have, and it's going to be too late. Like most of us, each year that we have a birthday, you have more years behind you than you have in front of you. So those years in front of you, you might want to do something different, because if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to keep getting the same results. And so this kind of struck a nerve. Usually when I come on here, I am ministering, but I'm teaching also. But I'm teaching now, I believe, and I'm ministering, and I'm trying to motivate these young ladies. You don't need a man to you sit at home unless you have a man who's going to be the head of the household. And I'm talking about according to the covenant, according to the word of God, not the man that you have that you're shacking up with. So now you totally out of order. But if you're one that you think that you can sit and cross your legs, and you got your Michael Kors sandals on, you got your imitation Louis Vuitton pocketbook, and you want to go to Yang Tu Fong and Yang Dang and get your nails done, and you go like this, and baby boys say no, baby girl, you need to take it down a notch. Take it down a notch. Take it down a notch, because that same man who probably wants to develop something with you, who wants to build something in you, will leave you and find someone else that will honor and respect and worship what he has to offer. And then what do? Now you're sitting in your great value couch, your 85-inch TV, which you probably got from Rent a Center, or you paying on it, you in debt up to your yang yang, but you worrying about getting money that you probably is not going to use to pay no bills. You going to get the nails done. No, I don't have nails because I don't even. This is just me. This is my preference. I do the pedicure, but I don't do nails. That's it's never been for me. I did it one time. My goddaughter took me and got my nails done, and I said, "Yeah, God, okay, that's not grammatical correct, but anyway, that's another story too." Um, and I went and got my nails done, and the next couple of hours, I was taking that mess off. They were not long, but that was just not me. That it didn't bring no value to me. Okay, you might want to look cute, and I know that's cute, and it's lady dainty like and all that stuff. But me personally, I can't speak for nobody else. All that, nails and all that stuff. You see, look at my hair. I had dreadlocks for 26 years, and I just got tired of them. Was nothing wrong. I just got tired of it. I like rocking this bald head. I That's me. Whether somebody say I look nice in it, I don't know, and I don't care, because I'm comfortable in myself. I don't have to be having nobody to affirm me, or to validate who I am or how I look. And so this is what has gotten me so riled up when I seen that young lady, and she was sitting back. She had her little, what, that thing that the people wear out in the street. Baby girl, that's another thing. Stop going out in the street. What is it? The bonnets. It, stop it. They're meant to wear in the house. They're not meant to go to the store. I don't care if you run into Food Line, Kroger's. Then you got your pajama pants on, your Mickey Mouse pajama pants on, and you got your shirt. And I mean, sometimes when I go in the store and I see my baby daughters come in there, I say, God help them. And I start praying for them. I lift my hand in the name of Jesus. Lord, help them. Help them. They have so much value and so much worth. When they were informed in their mother's womb, God had greatness for them. But somewhere along the line, they have gotten sidetracked because society has told them this is the norm, this is what you're supposed to be. God didn't create clones, He created us to be individual. You have an individual personality, you have an individual mindset, but too many of us fall in that clone mentality. We want to be like this person. Excuse me, we want to be like that person. If God wanted you to be like that person, He would have made you like that person. So you think that you want to just sit at home and, like I said, like Rapunzel, and your knight in shining armor is gonna come and he's gonna rescue you, and you're gonna get out of the projects, you're gonna get out of your environment, baby girl. It ain't happening if you don't try to make a move, bust a move, and do something other than what you're doing. Build yourself up, like Tony Gasson. I give him credit again. What he said: work on your 3 B's: your brain, your brand, and your body. This is a word to the wise, for a 71-year-old lady. I'm just trying to help you. Like I said, you can come on here and you can bash me. You don't have to subscribe, but as long as I see stuff and I can comment on it and I can tell my daughters, baby girl, you're better than that. You God, oh my God, you got to reach down in that 66 books of the Bible and find out what God said about you. And Proverbs 31:30 says, charm is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman um, I can't even read my glasses on, who fears the Lord is to be praised. Okay, you got to start fearing the Lord, or otherwise, 10 years from now, you're going to be on YouTube talking about, well, I let all the good men go because I thought I was supposed to put my hand out and no man was giving me no money. Baby girl, Dr. Day has come to tell you nobody owes you nothing. What you want, you got to work for it yourself. You got to build it for yourself. Stop sitting back, on, like I said, your Big Lots furniture and thinking that you have arrived. Because if you have arrived, you wouldn't have been on YouTube talking about what you were talking about. Because you would have arrived, and that Prince Charming that you thought or you think that you have, he would have rescued you by now, and you wouldn't have had to been on YouTube talking about you don't want no man to have a 9 to 5. Okay. And I understand sometimes we ladies, we take things to the extreme. We work hard, and which is fine. And you're the CEO of your business, that's well and fine. And you have reached the pinnacle of success. But what is it to have all of this when you're by yourself again? So that's the other extreme that sometimes, ladies go to. They go to the total extreme. And then the excuse would be, I don't need no man. No, God said it was not meant for man to be alone. That's why He took Eve out of the rib of Adam to build something. They had the first family. They had the first house, mansion in the Garden of Eden. And we know the story because Eve, again, ladies, messed, you know, did